Well, what got us interested in curiosity, especially in business, is what we saw in working with a lot of different companies and people inside businesses is that certain people and certain teams of people were outperforming other folks in these organizations. And certain people were more engaged in the day-to-day business and certain people were disengaged as well. And the more we started to dig into why we were seeing differences between those things, we kept coming back to this common thing, is that certain individuals were exhibiting a more curious nature in that organization and others weren't. So that's what really started us down this whole path, is how do we get more organizations to perform more consistently, and a lot of it took us right back to this thing called curiosity.
Often are invited to help try to grow teams, lead teams, work with teams, and from a foundational level, just as Michael said, we really found that curiosity was the linchpin to start to move people forward as we think about their growth, their performance, and how they contribute to the work environment overall, as well as their performance individually, and then of course the team.
Yeah, one of the interesting phenomena as you get into this is a lot of organizations would come to us and say, how do we develop better skills and behaviors of our people, or how do we take skills or behaviors that we're teaching them and get them to actually apply and learn those things? And a lot of it has to do with coaching. And as we started to dig into coaching, one of the things that we saw, unfortunately, is that most organizations are very poor, or they coach very poorly. They don't develop skills very well in those organizations. So again, as we sort of dug into that whole issue, what we found is that certain teams or certain individuals that run teams were nurturing these skills and behaviors better than others. And when you started to pay attention to that, what you saw is they were creating a more curious environment for people to lean in, to learn more, to apply those things, safe environments to practice skills and succeed and fail. So they were creating more curiosity than other teams, and that was impacting their performance.
As we looked at how to measure curiosity, a lot of what we were finding was all self-report. So as we think about an opportunity and how you can start to identify those individuals with high levels of curiosity, there weren't great measures out there in a business environment. Most of those were really about personal well-being, certainly health, wellness, those types of measures. So in a business setting, how do you start to apply and look at curiosity differently? And as Michael said, curiosity and coaching, in one sense, go hand in hand. If we don't have good coaching, then the development of skills across our team is pretty difficult. But foundationally, we still come back to curiosity, and can we get those leaders more curious about their teams, and then those team members more curious about their customers? And we believe that's what really will lead to performance overall.